like your taste in tunes and everything you.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for clicking onto this video. My name is Luciekabura, or you can call me Kabu, and in today's video I am going to give a detailed review of microlocs, which is what I have on my head. Yeah, this is a long overdue video. I was to do it a week after I got it installed, but I have been postponing, and then I said, let me just wait. I'll do it when my hair has grown a little bit and when I have experienced having the hair. And I have some notes here, and yeah, without rambling too much, let's get straight into the video. So my hair, whatever I have on, are called microlocs. These are a form of locks that are tiny, hence the word micro, and they are the likes of sister locks, though sister locks is a different kind of, hair and installation altogether. My hair was done by Milka from Fossy Hair Chick on Instagram. She is in Kenya. She does house calls. My locks were installed on 6th August 2022. Yeah, I'm shooting this on 28th of January, so I'm 5 months and a few weeks in. The preparation process included booking her and setting a date in which I would get my locks installed. I did my booking in May. She was fully booked. She had slots in June, I think, or July, but I couldn't get my hair installed then because I was working, and if you remember, the previous year had crazy terms. So I told her it's okay, we can do in August when I was sure the school would be closed. And then to preparing my hair, because she was doing house calls, I needed to wash my hair and straighten it out. I did wash my hair, shampoo, condition and all that at home, and then I straightened my hair using the string method. I will link a video somewhere on the iCard. You can go check out the method. And then the following day, I did that the day before she came. The installation process began with us blow drying my hair to straighten it out some more, and then she sectioned the hair, and she had her products that she used on the hair, a mixture of, I think, leave-in conditioner, and which she applied on the hair before she sectioned it, and then now further did the locks in those sections. I will insert a video of how the process was. Her installation method that she used, unlike sister locks, which are crocheted through, like from in sister locks, your hair is crocheted like all through. It's already a lock by the time they are finishing. But this one began with a strand, a 3-strand twist, a knot, matuta, and then a twist. I will insert a photo of how it looked at the very beginning, and then she did that for all the sections that she had gathered on my head. I hope I'm making sense. I will insert a short video of the installation process which we recorded. Now, the time that was taken. She entered my house at 8. Of course, we didn't begin at 8 exactly because of the setting up where we were going to sit, the blow drying. We had to come back to near where the sockets were, and then we had to move nearer to the window where there was enough light and so on. She began at the locking of my hair, the installing of the locks themselves at around 8:30, and by 1:30 p.m. she was done. So it did take quite a long time. In fact, I thought it would take like an entire day, because I know I've had it takes quite a long time for these tiny locks. But also it depends on your hair, the length of your hair, and the volume of your hair as well. So that is something else that you put into consideration. So the care of this hair includes, number one, I sleep in a bonnet. and this is the one I use. This is the one I use. This is the Nappy, is it Nappy Happy or Happy Nappy? Nappy Happy bonnet by Reties. I will insert a page and a link to her page, which is very comfortable. It doesn't fall off, or it doesn't come off at night. And then the other thing I use on my hair is I spritz it with water or rose water. This is the rose water that I use, the Allison's one. I get it at Carrefour, and I love the one with this already with this spray thingy. Yeah, this one, it goes for around less than 150 shillings for the 120 mls. So when sleeping, before I wear the bonnet, I section my hair. If I want to style it, I could do bantu knots, I could do the 3-strand twist, or the twists themselves. That is if I want the hair to be curly. If I just want it to look the way it looks, I just section it, and then I use these bands to like have it in sections. So like gawa a portion, and then twist it, big twist, chunky twist, and then I'll fold it like in half, and do that, repeat that for all the other parts. Mostly I do 3. This section that I have already like mastered, and then the back and this other side. So normally I do 3, and I use these stretchy bands. The other thing I use apart from rose water is just water. Sometimes I actually use just water from a spray bottle that I don't have here right now. Or I can actually wet my hands after showering. I wet my hands with some cold water and then run my hands through the hair. The other thing I was advised to use is the water with peppermint oil. So I add a little peppermint oil into my water, and then I spray the scalp, especially when it feels dry, and that brings back like the moisture on the scalp and doesn't make my hair flaky. For the first time, the first 4 weeks before I did my first retie, I was advised not to wash it at all, because at that stage it's easy for the twist to unravel, and that's not what you want. So for the first 4 weeks I did not wash my hair. I just used my mix of water. Actually, then I used to use water only or rose water. My scalp was okay, and then until she came, I washed my hair today when she was coming to retie it the following day. I'll show you how my hair looked after the first retie here. She advised that you should never use conditioner on the hair, otherwise you risk your installed locks unraveling, and you know that reverses the process. So I have never used conditioner on my hair. I used shampoo only. Before shampooing, you're supposed to section your hair into small parts, like you can divide it into 6 or 8 sections, and then you leave space. If you're doing a knot, you hold it, like you leave enough space for your hands to go through and reach the scalp. I hope I'm making sense. I have never done it myself. I always go to the salon where someone who has done this before, so they understand. I don't even have to tell them. So you're supposed to section your hair if you're doing it at home. You section it and then you hold it in. You can also use these ones, but now the banding method, but leave enough space for your hands to like reach the scalp, and then you wash and shampoo, rinse it out, and then you can remove and run water through now the rest of the hair. And then once you have washed your hair, you need to stretch it out. And by stretching, I mean when you wash it, you have growth huku. You need to separate each strand from the other. Otherwise, the hair is going to look matted at the bottom. That is if you're not getting a retie. If maybe it's 2 weeks after, or maybe you still have time before you do your retie. So washing is done carefully in sectioned parts, and once you're done washing, you need to separate your strands. she charged me 10,000 shillings to install these locks, and 600 shillings, which I paid on the day I booked for transport, since she was doing house calls, or rather she does house calls. So in total, I paid 10,600 shillings. The charges for the reties were 3,000 shillings. Each retie, she charges 3,000 shillings. And remember, she's doing house calls, so there's an additional 500 shillings if she's coming to your house. So the reties are 3,500 and the installation was 10,600 shillings. I think it isn't much, considering that's almost the same amount I used to use every other month. And now I do my reties after the first two. The first one was after 4 weeks, the other one was after I think 6 weeks. After that, I can stretch it to 6 or 7 weeks. So yeah, it still makes sense for me. Can you reverse the process? Yes, you can. She told me you can, but also it depends on how long you've had them, and you might lose a lot of hair, especially if you had them in for quite a long time. But I do not plan on undoing them, so doesn't bother me much. If I ever want to do away with them, I'll just shape the entire thing and start from scratch. The thing I love about these microlocs, they shrink back. In 3 days, my hair was shrunk and you couldn't see my scalp as you could in the first day. I love the journey so far. I think this is the best decision I made in 2022, because I have no hair worries. Like, I don't wake up and wonder what style do I wear next. I just wake up, style my hair and go. I can actually style it on the way. So I think this was the best decision I ever made. I do not regret having them. My hair is slowly locking. I was afraid for my hairline because after the artificial locks, quite a lot of hair was lost. But the funny thing is that the hair is growing. It's only been 5 months, but my hairline is coming back. I think now this will be carried as they do the reties, or maybe when it's enough, they can do a lock on its own. And this goes on for both sides. So I think it's doing pretty well. I'm loving the process. I honestly, if you'd like to try it, I would honestly recommend her. Now, the only problem I encounter with maybe using Milka is that my time and hers, we are not flexible. Like, she does bookings, so she's mostly fully booked, and you cannot do a random, you might have an occasion you want a retie earlier than you should have, or maybe you're not able to get your retie on the day you had set because something came up. She's not flexible because now she has bookings, and you might find that she didn't have time. She's fully booked. So I ended up, like in my last retie, I ended up going to another place where they do sister locks, but now they can do with this, because the installation method is pretty much the same. The retying method, rather, she uses the 4-point rotation, and I called them and they told me they use that, and they paid 3,000 shillings, which was a little saving, though I had to go to town. But I don't mind because I can walk in. So I used a person called Bonke Sister Locks or something. I will insert their name here. They do sister locks, but now I use them for, they did not install my hair, they just do my reties. I feel like I've shared most of everything that concerns this hair. If you have a question or something you'd like to know about this hair, you can leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share with your friend who might be interested, because it helps me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.
I like your twist into